can see. It's amazing, so amazing, so amazing, so amazing. It's amazing, so amazing, so amazing, so amazing. It's amazing.
And the players getting themselves into game mode with the tip-off just moments away. It's a road game for the Knicks, and they're facing an interconference foe today. It's a Nuggets home game. The fans around us are amped up here in the Pepsi Center. The NBA on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us this Sunday afternoon. With Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Forrest Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Welcome, everyone. And now, State Farm presents New York's starting five. At the 3, 4, and 5, we've got Carmelo Anthony, Amari Stoudemire, and Tyson Chandler. Jason Kidd is out there with Felton. And for Denver, filling out the 3, 4, and 5 slots, Gallinari, Fareed, and McGee. Iguodala out there with Lawson.
Well, Denver has always been such a difficult place to play. Because of the altitude, because of the fact the Nuggets have been pretty good. Last year, Denver not able to dominate at home, mainly because of injuries. They really had a disjointed season.
Feeds it to Iguodala. He's covered by Felton. The fader. Count that one. On defense, Denver. Not as dominant, you're right, Steve, as in the past. Denver was at home, 20 and 13. That's a good mark at home, but just not perhaps what Nugget fans might be used to. And Clark, that altitude, Steve was just talking about that, always kind of plays a factor with the visiting team coming into the Mile High City.
It's a home court advantage for sure in more ways than one. If you look at the direction of the Nuggets and how they've been able to stay competitive, Kevin, while rebuilding on the fly, I think the Nuggets have to be happy with how they've been playing at home.
Here's Felton. Ty Lawson making his last shot. Kidd with it. Now Lawson defending. No good with the triple. Denver with the ball. And Doris Burke spoke with George Karl. Doris?
He said that they will be focusing a lot of their defensive effort into slowing down Carmelo Anthony. I asked him for specifics, and he said, Melo is such a dynamic player, there really isn't any single thing we'll do that will be the answer. Instead, we're just going to throw everything we have at him and see how he handles it. Guys?
And as always, Doris, thank you. And here's Lawson.
Well, supreme confidence offensively for Carmelo Anthony. He's been one of the most deadly clutch shooters in the game over the last few seasons. Always ready to step up and score in pressure situations.
Knicks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Felton. Gets it to go. Felton's got his first basket.
Well, for him, that finger roll is almost second nature. That's a tough shot for most players.
And Lawson with the drive. McGee, and it's slammed in by Fareed.
Step aside. We've got the big fella coming through.
That is a powerful brand of basketball right there.
Man, an amazing putback. You just love the effort from this guy.
You know, you talk about that clutch scoring ability for Carmelo Anthony. It all comes back to, I think, his size, versatility, ball handling ability, and that quick trigger release on the jump shot. It's really difficult to keep him from getting the shot he wants.
Here's Iguodala. After Amari Stoudemire's bucket, Iguodala on target from 13 feet.
You know, next time he has that much space, he should just go straight up with it and leave the fadeaway at home. Park that fadeaway, take the shot that's available.
Now here's Kidd. Out to Anthony. It's a look. And a great assist by Kidd as that one goes in.
Good luck trying to figure out how to defend this guy. It's a major order and hard to come up with an answer for him.
Got a piece of it. Chandler with the steal. Anthony drives in. That's good, and so Felton has the assist there. And that's now 6 points for Carmelo Anthony. Lawson outside. Backing him down is Iguodala. Fades and shoots. And Denver again with the bucket.
Well, you look at the Nuggets last season during that lockout-shortened year. So many injuries, but give George Karl credit for getting great production from his bench and really continuing that winning tradition. And defensively, remember, you got to fight through screens to avoid giving up open looks.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Steve. And the defense has to go over the top of that screen. I think that's how they get it done.
Lawson kicks to Iguodala. Pass to McGee. Dunked hard with one hand.
Throwing it down with one hand and making it look easy.
Easy and fun. He just thrives on making the D look silly.
Yep, which is something he does pretty often, Kevin.
And Steve, you mentioned Coach Karl's ability to weather adversity. He's seen it all. 13-player trade the season before last. Franchise player Carmelo Anthony going to New York. He helped them arguably improve, which I don't know a lot of people thought he would do, but indeed he did.
Yeah, he's amazing. Just the way he communicates to his players, the confidence he gives them, helping them play more efficiently, and then always finding the right combinations in situations and circumstances. He just has a tremendous feel as a head coach, and he's been through a lot on a personal level, undergoing chemo for cancer a couple times, and boy, they don't come much tougher than George Karl.
Now here's Iguodala, following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. Lawson against Kidd. Lawson dishes to McGee. Fareed. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
That's what they call the $1 million move with the 10-cent finish.
Kidd kicks to Anthony. A baseline J. Can't get it to go. Good defense by Iguodala. Nuggets have gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. McGee, he's guarded by Chandler. And they take the lead. And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
Well, one of the big advantages for the Knicks is that you know they'll always have money to spend. This is one of the most lucrative organizations in the entire NBA. They've never been afraid of spending a lot on salary in the past. And even with the new collective bargaining agreement rules, I would expect to see the Knicks well into the luxury tax.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Mozgov's checked in. And New York with a change here, too. Smith has checked in.
Well, I tell you, he squeezed that orange as tight as he could before that throwdown.
Yeah, no way he was going to lose that thing on the way up. You're right, Clark.
Better safe than sorry. I mean, you got to be sure when you're in traffic.
And that was Sprite bringing you the close-up on that big-time play. Knicks, one of the most storied franchises as well, Steve, as you're talking about New York. Even with the Nets coming into town, into Brooklyn, you would think the Knicks and all that great history, Clark, will help them continue to recruit free agents.
Yeah, no question about it. New York is a special place, and it is in the landscape of NBA basketball. It's always going to be a hot destination for free agents. It's a place where guys want to play and want to be, not just for the basketball, but for what New York offers, and that's an advantage for the organization.
Here's Lawson. J.R. Smith making his last shot. There's Gallinari with the three. Over Gallinari, and it's Smith missing.
Great defense there. You really have to challenge him at that range.
Lawson with it. Now Smith defending, and Lawson, here we go, gives him the lead pass. A nice shot by Gallinari. Gallinari's got his second basket of the game.
Right out of the gate, just filling it up.
Both teams are, guys. I mean, points coming fast and furious.
Here's Stoudemire. And Kenneth Fareed pulls it down. Fareed's got his third rebound tonight. Lawson kicks to Mozgov. Gallinari passes it to Fareed. Lawson outside. Over Smith. Here's Fareed. Nice second effort. Good job staying with it.
Well, when he came out of college, the one thing you knew with Kenneth Fareed was he was going to give you a lot of hustle. Great rebounder at Morehead State, and he brought that into the league with him. He attacks the ball, he attacks the glass, plays hard on every possession.
Well, that's just the kind of player he is. It's in his nature. He can't help but hustle after missed shots, and he's willing to battle for rebounds and loose balls with anybody. There's no backing down with Fareed. Catching up on the changes for Denver. Wilson Chandler's checked in for Mozgov. Jordan Hamilton comes in for Gallinari. Corey Brewer's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And Andre Miller has subbed in for Ty Lawson.
You know, it was kind of an unknown as to what we could expect from the Nuggets last year, Kevin. Mostly a young group that hadn't seen a lot of playoff minutes, but you know what? They came together. There was great team chemistry, and they showed very much to be a team deserving of being in the playoffs.
Now, here's Brewer. Following the miss by J.R. Smith. Back to Miller. Shot clock at 6. Chandler outside. Over Shumpert. Chandler, no good. And it isn't always easy to have your first-round series against the Lakers, but they didn't back down for a second. Took them to 7 games, Steve, and the 7th game was won in Los Angeles by L.A., but the Nuggets really accounted well for themselves.
They sure did, Kevin. And it looked like they were going to get blown out. They were down 3-1, going to L.A. for Game 5, but they won at Staples Center, then blew out the Lakers in Game 6 before finally falling short in Game 7. But I thought that gave a big boost to a young team like that to be able to play the Lakers all the way to the finish.
Now Miller, following the three-point attempt by Jason Kidd. Miller, the pass to Brewer. Back to Miller. Unloads from 13. And he hits the jump shot. And the Nuggets lead by 5. 1:25 left to play in the first quarter. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Here's Smith. Here's Martin. Up and in on the layup.
They are setting the tone here early with their work on the boards.
Yeah, only a moderate advantage here, a slight one, but as the game wears on, it's one they'll definitely look to build on.
Now, here is Miller. The dish now to Hamilton. Hamilton left side. Clock at 6. Back to Miller. Over Kidd. And again, it's Andre Miller. Knicks trail by 5. Shumpert dishes the Kidd. Martin. He dishes it to Shumpert. He kicks it to Kidd for the 3. That's good.
And I'll tell you what, they might want to pay a little more attention to him defensively than they did on that last trip.
Here comes Miller. Hamilton outside. Dishes it to Brewer. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the first. And the dunk by Fareed.
And you really don't want to give up too many dunks like that. One is too many.
Oh, yeah. No, certainly you're right. You know, that's making it way too easy for sure.
Yeah, major breakdown defensively. They've got to tighten things up here.
And Shumpert kicks to Kidd. Martin with a screen on Miller. Three-pointer, Kidd. And again, New York with the triple.
Not much resistance for him after that pick, Kevin. I mean, he had all sorts of space to hit the shot.
Shot is off. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far.
For Nuggets.
The Nuggets on top, leading by just 1.
26.
And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. Nuggets lead by 1.
And I like what they've done offensively, really attacking the rim, getting a lot of points in the paint.
And guys, they've been the aggressor early. I mean, attacking the hoop and getting into the paint, that can make the game really easy for you.
Wilson Chandler out there with Randolph. And there's Iguodala. Then it's Mozgov, and it's Lawson in at the 1 spot. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second.
Well, Carmelo Anthony might be the best scorer in the league in terms of just pure skill and talent. He can do it all. He can shoot threes. He can pull up mid-range shots. He can get all the way to the rim. He gets to the foul line. One-on-one, he's almost impossible to deal with.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Guys, a new-look team in Denver. Less star power to be certain, but they've had success. Coach Carl said they're following the mold of the Spurs, saying of this Nuggets team, it's void of high-maintenance egos and attitudes. He said, when we decided to change the team pretty drastically, we wanted the players to be with us rather than fighting us. You get into a tug-of-war or a debate situation, and everybody loses. Kevin, he's so
Well, Dorsey's definitely happy with this young group of guys. They have a chance to be really good for the Nuggets. JaVale McGee's checked in for Mozgov. Gallinari comes in for Anthony Randolph. And Jordan Hamilton subbed in for Wilson Chandler. And for Carmelo Anthony, Steve, you talked about him as a one-on-one scorer. Clark, you played small forward. How would you try to slow him down?
Well, it's difficult defensively. I think you'd have to attack him at his defensive end. Make him work. Try to have him use energy dealing with you, pounding, banging, go at him, and try to take some of the starch out of his offensive shirt.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Miller's checked in. The Nuggets have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And not a very strong free throw shooting team in general, guys. They shot 73% as a team a year ago.
And I know the free throw shooting is an area they focused on improving coming into this season.
Smith with it, and it's Miller picking him up. We have a step back. Rebound by the Nuggets.
And the defense did a pretty good job of closing off the middle once he got inside the lane.
Throws it up high. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. That's a 2 from Smith, and it's blocked. Here's Stoudemire. Down goes the slam.
You know, that kind of play will get you some brownie points with your coach, no doubt.
And with your fans too, Clark, on a big dunk like that.
And even with the announcers.
Oh, yeah!
We all love it.
Lawson gets the screen from McGee. Shots good by Miller. Miller's got 6.
I can imagine they're going to hear an earful about this next stop. I mean, that's 3 straight field goals given up right in the middle of the lane. Inexcusable.
Well, defense starts at the rim. I mean, you want teams shooting the ball from the outside, and that's not happening. They're just giving up everything inside.
The Nuggets have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second.
You know, the Knicks with an 8-10 record against the Western Conference did about as well as any team in the East when facing Western Conference foes.
Now, and you guys know the 3 ball is his bread and butter.
Knicks trail by 3. J.R. Smith on the wing. Lets the 3 fly. And again, New York with the triple.
Unbelievable. 3-pointers for both sides in just a matter of seconds.
Now I think it's a matter of them just trying to top each other.
What's interesting is you look at a lot of the Knicks roster and the big names who spent a lot of time, Steve, in the West, like Amari Stoudemire, all those years with Phoenix, and Melo Anthony with Denver, so they knew the West pretty well. But nonetheless, kind of an interesting record for them, only 8-10 against the West.
Yeah, a lot of big names, as you mentioned, Melo, Amari, Chandler, but I don't know how well those pieces fit together. So even though they've got a lot of star power, the puzzle didn't quite work, and I think that's why you saw the Knicks really have kind of a roller coaster season.
Stoudemire, the pass to Brewer. Iguodala with the steal. And here comes Lawson, leading the fast break. Iguodala dishes to Lawson. Kicks it to Miller. He passes to Gallinari. 5 to shoot to JaVale McGee. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
That's basketball 101, guys. I mean, elementary. Use the screen to free yourself and then take it straight to the rack.
Yeah, very nice set play for him.
Well, that's using your head and using your body.
Here's Felton. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Stoudemire setting the pick for Felton. Good look. And it's Smith that time on the assist by Felton. And that's now 9 points for J.R. Smith. Miller off a bit from McGee. Miller outside. Gallinari. Again, the Nuggets score.
He's given them a nice scoring option through most of this game.
New York trailing. Now, here's Felton. The 3. And there's J.R. Smith on the assist by Felton. And that's 12 points for J.R. Smith. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
Well, for Raymond Felton, it was a very disappointing season a year ago after that terrific year in 2010. But he didn't show up to camp in shape, shot the ball poorly, turned it over, and did not have a very good year for the Blazers.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Kenneth Faried's checked in for JaVale McGee. Chandler comes in for Gallinari. Fournier's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And Corey Brewer's subbed in for Andre Miller. Now, here is Lawson. He has 5. And Fournier kicks to Faried. Right block shot. That is good. Faried's got 9. And for Felton Clark, what do you think is the key for him to get back on track?
Well, I think conditioning is a part of it. I think the lockout threw off a lot of players as far as getting ready for the season, and I think Felton fell into that camp. He's not the biggest card, so quickness and conditioning is really important for him.
6 to shoot. It's Kidd with the drive. It's blocked. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Faried. Can't get it to go. Now the Knicks take it the other way. That's a 2 from Smith. And there's the rejection. Wants in the pass to Faried. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, last season, the injuries for the Nuggets allowed Kenneth Faried to step into the starting rotation, and he really took full advantage. A terrific rebounder, and of course, scored a little bit more than people expected him to with that up-tempo Denver offense. He was able to finish in the lane off of drop-off passes and in transition.
And Kenneth Faried, a high-energy player. He said he wanted his nickname to be the Manimal.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that one, but hey, if he feels good about it, let him roll with it because his game is certainly manimalistic.
Mozgov, he's checked in for Denver. And the second free throw, good.
Well, this is the first full season of the post-Carmelo era in Denver, and looks to me like the Nuggets are going to be just fine. They've got a collection of talent, maybe not superstar talent, but a lot of very, very good players.
Martin with the bucket. Nuggets have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. He feeds it to Brewer. There's the feed to Faried. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Lawson. And that one's good. Lawson's got 7 points. And you don't need an elite superstar to be a factor in the league. And Denver is just a team that has collected talent. And by virtue of the trade Steve was just kind of talking about, very, very deep.
Yeah, I like that approach. Naturally, you would love to have a superstar. And if they want to get to be one of the top 3 or 4 teams in the league, they might have to add one. But right now, they've shown they can compete with the talent they have.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Ty Lawson, low-key and relaxed off the court, but a turbocharged speed demon when he's on it. Lawson said, it's different on the court. The alter ego comes out. There's something about basketball and being in front of fans that just brings it out of me. And his ambition? Well, Lawson said, it's huge. I want to be the best. Kevin, he's got that drive.
And he does. Thank you, Doris. The pass to Chandler. Iguodala outside, over Shumpert, and Iguodala with the basket, the assist by Chandler. 8 points for Iguodala. Feeds to Shumpert. Over Iguodala. Tries again. Felton kicks to Shumpert. Back to Felton. There's the block. Now Lawson. He's got 7. And Denver again with the bucket.
You just can't let him get that close to the hoop.
Knicks trail by 4. A minute 42 left now here in the second. The drive by Anthony. Gets it to go. Anthony's got 4 points this quarter.
You know what I love about Anthony? Kevin, is his ability with the ball at his size. You know, he's so strong, but he's quick, and he's got that agility offensively to get around you with his ball handling skills and his speed. So there's not much you can do with Carmelo but hope he misses an outside shot.
If you are going to foul Melo, you need to make it a hard foul. If you just play good D on him, sometimes that's not enough. This guy is a terrific scorer. It's a big part of why he's one of the league's most efficient scorers season to season, because he gets it inside and out and he makes free throws.
Lawson kicks to Chandler. 52 seconds left in the first half of the game. Inside, deflected. Brewer with the steal. And here we go. Shumpert running it up the court. Releases from 15. And Raymond Felton the bucket on the assist by Shumpert. Shumpert's got 3 assists now in this one. Lawson kicks to Mozgov. Randolph. Pass to Iguodala. Passes to Lawson. That's good. Lawson's got 11.
I like the job they're doing. A much better job of getting him involved in the offense here in the second quarter.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Anthony, rejected by Randolph.
Winding down, they're going to go for the last shot here in the quarter.
Yeah, I like the recognition there. They're going to play for the last shot, just as you said.
Mozgov dishes to Iguodala. Here's Lawson, and Denver again with the bucket.
What a streak he's on. He's just one of those guys who can really catch fire.
Here's Felton. The shot no good. And a tight game here as we end the first half. Nuggets lead by 2.
The Knicks.
Well, folks, stick around here at halftime for the halftime show with Damon Bruce for all the highlights from our first half.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
It's halftime. I'm Damon Bruce. Out at Pepsi Center, the action has been good. A tight game for the Nuggets, squaring off against the New York Knicks. Just outstanding efficiency offensively. They're having a field day. It's just that simple. And Ty Lawson having no problem scoring against New York. 13 points and has been very efficient, converting his shots into points with a nice field goal percentage. On the other side, the Knicks looking pretty solid as well. They've benefited from some excellent contribution from their bench, providing scoring in bunches when called upon. It's been a major advantage. J.R. Smith certainly playing well so far. We've come to expect performances like this one from him. And we'll be heading back to the court for the rest of our coverage as we go to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke for the second half.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Carmelo Anthony really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, the points have really come in bunches for him so far, and not really a surprise because you know exactly what he can do.
Well, he's been in the groove all game long, Steve, and not too many hiccups in regards to his shooting, but we also have come to expect this from him, so we're not surprised by it.
On the court for the Knicks. Big 3, Carmelo Anthony, Amari Stoudemire, and Tyson Chandler at the 3, 4, and 5. Jason Kidd is out there with Felton. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
You know, you think about JaVale McGee, guys, the physical talent is unquestioned. He's long, he's tall, he's athletic, he can run. I think the question mark is, can he be consistent with his game and with his focus and be part of a winning team? Being traded to Denver helped, I think. I think that's a good role for him.
That's good from McGee. And speaking of JaVale McGee, you know, you see this with a lot of young players, but Clark, he has a reputation of making some really head-scratching plays in the past.
Yeah, we call those young, immature, brain-neutral plays. And when you're between 20 and 24, it's hard not to make them, especially when you've got the athleticism JaVale has. But maturity will eliminate some of those plays over time.
Both free throws good from McGee.
Well, the question mark the last couple of years for the Knicks has been defense. And I think the addition of Tyson Chandler on the interior was the answer to those questions. And Chandler really helped improve that defense. Now it's a matter of building that foundation as a team and really coming up with a defensive plan and sticking to it and allowing it to grow.
Stoudemire goes up and lays it nice and easy. Stoudemire's got 8 points. Denver in the lead. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. The alley-oop pass, and it's McGee with the jam.
Flawless alley-oop that time. That's some real stylish basketball there.
Almost looks like a play they've been rehearsing for a while.
Well, that's the beauty of the alley-oop. It appears that way, but really it's just timing and sort of an innate sense of awareness between two teammates.
Gets it to go. 10 points for Stoudemire. And you know, you saw that change in philosophy with the head coaching change. Mike Woodson took over as interim coach, and then May 24th, May 25th, they announced that he was going to be the full-time coach, and he got that gig, and he'll be there now for hopefully a couple of years, and they settle that position down. Clark, the Knicks were a lot more defensive-oriented under Mike Woodson after that move.
Yeah, it was clearly obvious that was the case, Kevin. If you want to win in the East, you need to be able to play tough defense, and the Knicks seem to be headed in that direction now.
Now, here is Lawson after the miss from Raymond Felton. Lawson, the pass to McGee. He's covered by Felton. Goes straight up, and Chandler with the block. Deflects the pass. Gallinari with the steal. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Lawson kicks to Gallinari. He's covered by Felton. Gallinari dishes to Lawson. Can't get it to go. Excellent D there from Stoudemire. The Knicks have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. There's the dish to Carmelo. Over Gallinari. New York, no good that time either.
Even though he missed it, he couldn't pass up that chance.
Yeah, that's an easy jump shot. You got to take that one.
Offline from the top of the key.
And you know why he was open there. They didn't commit too much defense to him, and you can see why. He has trouble making that shot.
Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
Severe lack of awareness on his part. He had no idea he was near the out-of-bounds line.
Wilson Chandler's checked in for Kenneth Faried. Iman Shumpert is checked in for the Knicks. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. McGee is screen on Kidd. Lawson kicks to Gallinari. He kicks it to McGee. The monster one-hand slam.
You know, how exciting is it, guys, to see him go hard to the basket like that? I love it.
It's always fun to see, and it's one of the sights you can count on when he's out there, for sure.
Yeah, but you've got to try to do more to slow him down. You can't play him so soft near the hoop.
And so here is New York. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Stoudemire setting the pick for Shumpert. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kidd attacking. Shoots a fader. Good. The Kids got 8 points.
And now 6 of their last 10 points from mid-range.
Yeah, jump shot really serving these guys pretty well.
Iguodala kicks to McGee. Lawson up top. He's covered by Kidd. Lawson the pass to McGee. Jams it straight down.
You could see that dunk coming a mile away. Anytime he gets in that close to the bucket, it's all over.
Knicks trail by 4. Shumpert with it, and it's Iguodala picking him up. Stoudemire dishes to Shumpert. Out to Stoudemire. Good. He's got 12.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
And Stoudemire really a fearsome finisher around the rim. One of the best dunkers in NBA history. Maybe he's lost a step, but he still has really an explosive game and a great offensive repertoire.
Well, I love his quickness on the attack with the strength to go with that. He's able to finish through contact and off the ball, able to get to that offensive glass for big-time throwdowns. You know, for the better part of the history of the NBA, Kevin, the Knicks have been a fixture in the playoffs. And up until the last few years, they had missed out, but it looks like they're back now.
And it's McGee with the jam. Knicks trail by 3. Kidd kicks to Anthony. He dishes it to Smith. Dishes to Stoudemire. Open look. And that's good for 2. Stoudemire's got 9 points now in just the second half. And that stretch where the Knicks were out of the postseason picture 7 consecutive years, which matched their only other big drought in the 60s. But they're back, Steve. Their roster's improved. They are back.
Yeah, but how far back are they, Kevin? I think that's the question. They've been good enough. They've had a lot of talent in the last couple of years, but the pieces haven't quite fit together. So they're still trying to put it all together as one and trying to make that next step.
That jump shot's like a layup for him when the defense backs off like that.
Lawson against Kidd. Lawson the pass to Iguodala. Kicks to Chandler. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And Jason Kidd picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, he bailed him out with that foul. The shot clock was running low. He should have just held his ground and played straight up D and challenged the shot.
Jordan Hamilton's checked in for Wilson Chandler. And then for New York, Kenyon Martin is checked in for Camden. And it's Felton in for Jason Kidd. Now here is McGee. 18 points for him. Over Felton. McGee's shot is off.
Well, neither team has really gained an edge rebounding-wise here, and the score reflects that.
Well, if one team can start hitting the boards harder, it'll give them a good chance to pull away.
Nice shot by Smith. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
One heck of a game. Guys, this has been outstanding in terms of the effort that both sides have been able to put up.
I'm looking over there at Steve. He's enjoying every second of it.
Yes, me too. Man, this has been great, guys. The fans getting their money's worth here. Both teams just playing so hard out there.
Lawson kicks to McGee. Iguodala over Smith. The Nuggets with another miss.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Tremendous athlete is Amari Stoudemire. In his day, probably the best athlete in the league. Strong, quick, just one of those explosive leapers that goes about a foot higher than everybody else.
Smith for 3. That's good, and so Felton has the assist there. Felton's got his 5th assist in this one. Lawson kicks to Iguodala. They need this. Here's McGee and an emphatic dunk.
Yeah, he's giving that breakaway rim a workout.
Yeah, he powered it down and then hung around.
Strong finish. He just wanted to sit there and savor it for a second.
You talk about the athleticism for Stoudemire with knee surgeries and age and had the detached retina. He's losing some of that, but adding skill to balance it out. And that's been kind of a fun transition to watch for his game.
Yeah, it really has been, Kevin. He's got a nice jump shot that he's using more and more. And, the outstanding players, the great players in the history of this league always find ways to continue to be effective even as they age.
Iguodala with it. Now Smith defending. Iguodala dishes to Hamilton. Straight up. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Hamilton's got his first points in this one.
One might have thought that the Nuggets' 8-season playoff streak would have come to an end last season. Relatively young team. It changed personnel the year before, but they got to the 6th seed and really made the most of it in that first-round matchup against the Lakers.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Fareed is checked in. Back to the Nuggets, even with that young team we've been talking about, they were able to keep that playoff streak alive with Coach George Karl, and it was like they, Steve, were rebuilding on the fly.
No question. It's always nice when you have to trade your best player and you can keep plugging away and make the playoffs right away after that trade. So I thought Denver did a good job of maximizing their assets, and George Karl, as always, did a fantastic job with his club. So they are a perennial postseason contender.
And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Brewer. 18 points for Carmelo Anthony.
He is always so in control, guys, even when he's going hard to the hoop. Very skilled finisher.
A minute 20 left in the third quarter. Hamilton kicks to Lawson. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. A drive by Iguodala. Over Smith. Kenyon Martin comes up with the rebound. Martin's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Kidd. Got it. Good job in the low post. And it's a 4-point Knicks lead.
Excellent execution of the plan there.
Get against Lawson. He passes it to Hamilton. He feeds it to Gallinari. Over Anthony. And it's Gallinari missing. The Knicks leading by 4. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
You see the benefit of knocking down baskets consecutively because it leads to the confidence growing and growing, doesn't it, Steve?
It sure does. And now it's to the point where they just feel unstoppable.
The Nuggets shooting around 60% on the night. Amazing work offensively so far. Lawson. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Anthony's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Kidd kicks to Brewer. Good in the assist to Kidd. And the Knicks lead by 6. Here is Lawson. He's got 13. No good from Hamilton. Outside Kidd. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And we've reached the end of the 3rd. Knicks out front. They lead by 6. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Welcome back as we get ready to start the 4th quarter. Who's at the Sprite? Uncontainable game in this one. Well, let's send it out to our Doris. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, J.R. Smith has had an uncontainable game in this one. He's been a big part of the game with his role off the bench. Exactly the kind of player you want to be able to bring into the game.
And Doris, thank you. What a great performance indeed. Such a huge lift to your team when you can get this production from a reserve.
Yeah, in my mind, Kevin, he's been the most valuable player of this game. And when you can say that about somebody coming off the bench, I mean, that just shows you the impact that one person can have on this game.
Well, like Kevin said, it is a huge lift. I mean, I think a performance like that coming from a sub really energizes everybody else. It's contagious.
Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Taking a look at the Nuggets. They've got Iguodala. Kenneth Faried is out there. Gallinari. And it's Andre Miller. And it's Chandler in at the small forward.
Well, they're now +5 in the rebound category, really controlling the glass.
And rebounding is one of those non-glamour stats. I mean, it takes work and effort and tenacity and physicality. But when you look at the scoreboard, you can see the correlation.
Shots good by Miller.
Both of these teams have really stepped it up offensively.
You know what, Steve? They haven't missed a chance, and I think both teams really know what's at stake on every possession here.
Now here's Stoudemire. And he throws it down with one hand.
And that's exactly what you call a high percentage hoop there.
Sure is.
The one-handed throwdown. Gotta love it.
Kidd against Miller. Back to Gallinari.
Oh, get it! Tearing that roof down with that one.
Yeah, and really a dunk contest dunk that time. Wow.
Yeah, unreal. What a dunk.
That was a nice replay. Brought to you by Sprite. The Knicks leading by 4. And here is Kidd. Chandler with a screen for Kidd. The feed now to Felton. Back to Kidd. Kidd off a pick from Stoudemire. Chandler the pass to Stoudemire. Rebound by the Nuggets. Faried's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Miller dishes to Faried. Dunks it down.
He's a bit short for the power forward spot, but his great leaping ability more than makes up for it.
Outside Felton. Chandler. Faried defending. Shumpert with it. Now Chandler inside. That's good. And the Knicks lead by 4. Nuggets have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Denver calls timeout.
Iman Shumpert last season started off playing at point guard for the Knicks, a position he played at Georgia Tech, but it would seem he's better off long-term at the 2 or 3 spot. More of a slasher than he is a playmaker, and an excellent defender to boot.
We're all hoping he comes back from that blown knee he suffered in the playoffs against Miami. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hey, guys. Well, George Karl had some advice for the team in that last huddle. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said, they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
And Shumpert, as you mentioned, Clark, started off playing point guard, but the Knicks concluded that he was better off playing on the wing. Steve, you agree with that assessment?
Oh, no question, Kevin. He's not a natural point guard, but he is a good ball handler. I think you can play him as a combo guard, maybe off the bench, come in for either the point or the 2. But he's a tremendous defensive player, high energy, and incredible athlete. So, yeah, major asset for his team.
Here's Lawson after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Iguodala. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. Lawson's got 6 assists here tonight.
I'm sure that's a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in the first half.
Now here's Kidd. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Well, eventually he'll start knocking those down again. He did make 2 in the first half.
Chandler kicks to Lawson. Now the pass to McGee. 6 to shoot. Here's Iguodala. An easy 2 points on the layup. Now just a 1-point Knicks lead.
Yeah, we're now starting to see them get some high percentage shots in the paint.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 buckets inside the lane, so they're getting really high percentage looks down there.
Gallinari, he's checked in for the Nuggets. That one drops. He ties it up.
Well, one thing you love about Andre Iguodala is his durability. He's missed fewer than 30 games in his entire 8-year career. And one of those guys who takes great care of himself in the offseason, works hard, watches his diet. I think that's been a big factor.
Nuggets have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Strong work at that end of the floor. Tipped. And that'll be Denver as it goes out of bounds. Nuggets retain possession. Ball's knocked loose. Smith the pass to Stoudemire. Kidd dishes to Stoudemire. Back to Kidd. Launches a 3. Another miss by Kidd. And Iguodala, you spoke about his attention to diet and training, already a tremendous athlete, just natural.
Yeah, but he's taking it to another level. And that's what the great ones do. They find ways to continue to get better no matter where they are currently. And last season, he dug into those salads, cut down or cut out candy bread and red meat. And a terrific athlete became better.
That is good. New York trailing. New York calls timeout.
Well, they're getting way too many easy shots in the paint. So this timeout is specifically for that reason. You got to tighten up the defense and start to make it harder for that offensive team.
I know it's easier said than done, but right now it just doesn't seem like the necessary effort is there.
Kidd against Lawson. Outside Kidd, Anthony. Over Gallinari. And Anthony with the basket on the assist by Kidd. Kidd's got 6 assists in the game. The Nuggets have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the 4th so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. And Fareed kicks to Gallinari. From outside, off the mark.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times.
The three from Anthony. Rebound by Iguodala. Iguodala's got his third rebound on the night. Lawson kicks to Fareed. Back to Lawson. Left side Kidd. Feeds it to Smith. Over Lawson. And there's J.R. Smith on the assist by Kidd. Kidd's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Here's Lawson. Back to Fareed. Working on Stoudemire. Fareed, no good.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
Lawson against Kidd. Stoudemire goes in. Over Fareed. And Stoudemire, the bucket on the assist by Kidd. And it's a 4-point Knicks lead. The Nuggets shooting it brilliantly here lately. 60% from the field. McGee sets the pick for Lawson. Over Kidd. And it's blocked by Kidd. Smith outside. Back to Stoudemire. Gets the bucket. Stoudemire's got 6 points in the quarter.
Points in the paint have been the main course, or main entree, if you will. They just keep pounding it inside.
Now they're seeing no resistance defensively in the paint area, so the defense has got to be tougher.
Lawson outside. Here's the break. Kidd dishes to Carmelo. Count the bucket. Anthony's got 10 points here in the second half.
It's been said often that good defense leads to offense, and that's what we're seeing here with all these points off turnover.
Yeah, because the defense doesn't have a chance to set up once they've made that turnover, so they're really taking advantage in transition.
Denver calls timeout.
You know, he understandably doesn't like what's going on out there, and that's why he wants to talk things over during this timeout.
I think this is a good time to call a timeout. They just need to hit pause for a second and then reset as well.
Wilson Chandler's checked in for the Nuggets. Raymond Felton, he's checked in for the Knicks. Iguodala kicks to Chandler. Back to Iguodala. Shot to end this cold run. Shot misses. Chandler with the defensive effort. The Knicks leading by 8. Kidd attacking. Buries it from about 10 feet away.
You know, really doing a good job of getting into the teeth of that defense here.
Yeah, they're having their way in the paint right now, guys. That's 6 of their last 10 points coming inside the lane.
Lawson kicks to Iguodala. Fade away. Lawson. Over Kidd. No good from Lawson.
Not his best quarter. I mean, the shots just haven't fallen for him.
Passes it to Carmelo. Fires from the wing. Good in the assist to Kidd. Kidd's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
The shot's good from McGee. McGee's got 22.
His shooting percentage is off the charts, guys. He's really hitting his shots today.
The Knicks shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Stoudemire with a screen on Fareed. McGee with the block. Pass to Kidd. A second chance effort. And it's Denver with the rebound.
He's really struggling in this quarter right now. They need to think about getting the ball out of his hand.
Lawson kicks to Chandler. Chandler with the defensive effort. And the Knicks with possession. They're on a 14-2 run here. Kidd passes to Chandler, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And they add to this lead, trying to close this game out.
I think it would take a lot of luck and maybe then some. I mean, might be time to pack this thing in.
The Nuggets trail by 12. And 101 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And Lawson with the drive. A stupendous finish in traffic.
or me, the one you got your idea from. But soon you start to suffer. The tune will get rougher when you start to stutter. That's when you had enough of fighting it'll make you choke. You can't provoke, you can't cope. You should have broke because I ain't no joke.